Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Kyrie James podcast. It is me, your host, Kyrie James. Y'all remember uh the sound or where you were when you first heard crunk music? Crunk music is or was not even was, is a staple in music itself. Crunk music was originally founded through Miami bass music, but 3 6 Mafia did, which is a Memphis based rap group of DJ Paul, Juicy J, LaChat, Gangsta Boo, Project Pat, Crunchy Black, all of them. And they made crunk music. Well, they originated crunk music, but I am here to tell a story of one of the greatest music scenes that we've seen in a while, and that's Atlanta. As I said before, yes, 3 6 Mafia did originate crunk music. They put it on the map, but Lil Jon and the Eastside Boys popularized crunk music. I, for one, believe that in some way, shape, or form that crunk music is the reason why we have trap music. And I know a lot of people probably won't, agree with that per se, but you can't have trap without crunk music. When Lil Jon gave us Put Your Hood Up back in the early 2000s, which I think it was like 2001, I believe, there was no party where people wasn't throwing up their hood. And I feel like at that moment in time, that's when Atlanta took off. And that's not to say that Atlanta wasn't taking off before then. Like, because, yeah, they had Outkast, they had Goody Mob, they had the Dungeon Family, they had TLC, they had so many of these artists. But Lil Jon and Eastside Boys gave us something that cannot be duplicated, and something that we cannot, that we won't ever hear again. Because crunk music was, again, it was crunk music, which is it's a 2-word thing, like drunk crunk. When you get drunk, you get crunk, literally. And not only did crunk music make you want to get wild at these parties and make you want to feel the way that you felt at these parties, it was to turn you up. You feel me? Like, when Bia Bia came on, there was no greater song than Bia Bia coming on in a party. I remember being in house parties and Bia Bia coming on, or Get Low coming on, and everybody just acting a fool. You feel me? And not only was crunk music so good in Atlanta that Lil Jon got rappers from the West Coast to rap over crunk beats. Like Too Short, he gave us Too Short, he gave us Ice Cube was rapping over crunk beats. It was crazy because you only ever heard them rapping over West Coast sound beats. Maybe sometimes East Coast beats, but most of the time it was West Coast beats. Like, that was all that they were rapping over. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to me, on Bia Bia, I feel like Too Short had one of the best verses. One of the best verses on Bia Bia, if not the best verse. Not only was crunk, like, not only that, what crunk music did with that, it was also a subgenre in rap. And of course, people weren't trying to acknowledge crunk music as rap. They just was like, oh, that's just hype music. Like, well, that's what rap is. Rap is hype music. Like, it's music. It gets you where you're supposed to go. It's just like, rock and roll headbanger music. You feel me? But it's just rap. It was our form of headbanger music. And nobody did it better than him. Nobody. I'm sorry. Because not only was it a subgenre of rap, we also had a subgenre of R&B called Crunk and B. there was nothing greater. Like, you had Goodies by Sierra, Okay by Nivea. You had Girl Fight by Brooke Valentine. Like, all three of those songs were produced by Lil Jon. And I don't think we give Lil Jon enough credit for what he's done as far as music goes, especially Atlanta. And I don't think we see, how far he's come with, as far as he came with the subgenre of crunk. Like, you had crunk juice. I've never tasted it. I don't know. He had people walking around with gasoline, with gas cans, drinking out of gas cans. You know how crazy you had to be doing that? A mouth full of golds, sunglasses on, dreads. Like, everybody wanted to be a part of that. And everybody became a part of that. Because not only was it just, Lil Jon doing stuff like that, you had Freakily as a crunk song by Petey Pablo. Yeah, as a crunk song by Lil Jon. I mean, by Usher, Ludacris and Lil Jon. It was, you had to be there. But you also, the experience of it all was everything. The experience was everything. Like with Put Your Hood Up. Again, like I said before, Bia was crazy. He just, like, when Yin Yang Twins came out, Yin Yang Twins had crunk music in the chokehold. What Ay Whistle While You Twerk, To the Window, To the Wall. Like, that song still goes crazy in the club to this day. Like, if there was ever a time where a DJ didn't put on any crunk music in the club, like, did you have fun? Was it really that good? I don't think it was. Because you had to be able to carry that and be able to, say, hey, myself, was in that. You feel me? Like, mosh pits were getting started because of crunk music. Like, there were mosh pits. And there was nothing that you could do about it. Like, absolutely nothing. When Youngbloods came out, We Don't Give a Damn, I Don't Give a Fuck. Like, that's a crunk song. That is a song to where you be in somebody's face, letting them know, we don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck. It was something that y'all couldn't, like, again, you had to be there. You had to live in that experience. And especially with me being from Cincinnati, Ohio, and being closer to the South, we got those songs so fast. And we hopped on that train so quick that we recognized it right then and there that this was something that we could, listen to. This was something that we could vibe to. Excuse me. And we did. We vibed to it. We listened to it. We got jiggy with it. It was a part of us. And I feel like, with the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I get that you can't do everything. You can't make it to every subgenre of hip hop. But, like, there are key moments of hip hop that stood on its own, and crunk music was one of those ones. Crunk music was one of those ones, especially Atlanta's side of crunk music. Now, if you want to come in with Memphis, that's different, because Memphis has its own sound. Yeah, crunk music was born in Memphis because of 3 6 Mafia. But I always say Memphis is its own music sound. Like, they don't sound like nobody else. They don't sound like the South. They don't sound like, they have their own thing. But 3 6 Mafia are the godfathers of crunk music. It's just Little John took it, and when Little John got a hold of it, he just took off with it. And you know, I think like from like in the early 2000s from to now, when we look at crunk music, it's like, damn, like, what did it happen too fast? Like, can it come back? Like, can crunk music make a comeback? You know what I'm saying? Like, can it be what it was before without it being watered down? You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to know if we can do that. Like, I want to know if crunk music can get back to, you know, put your hood up, put your sass up. Like, what? I for one, will hop on that train again. That's just me and my nostalgic brain. But, yeah, I just absolutely feel like there is a point in time where we live through some of the best, you know, parts of music. And Little John and the East Side Boys gave us that. And so did so many others. Again, where would trap music be without crunk music? Where would it be at? But that's all for today. I'm gonna leave y'all with this little song, little throwback song, because it's the theme of the, you know, the theme of the pod. So here we go.